the first thing you want to do is definitely listen. Like, you definitely don't want to just start adding stuff just because you think that it needs 5 dB of 16K. It doesn't need any chest resonance, or you need to roll off at like 100 hertz or whatever the case is. I'm just giving examples. Yeah, I just think that it's important to listen, figure out what the song needs the vocal to do and how to fit the vocal in the song and make it make sense. Start with the S's.
Why are you messing with me in my head? I think it's been a whole year since we met. I know you know me better than that, girl. Don't go pretending you. Why are you messing with me in my head? I think it's been a whole year since we met. I know you know. Why are you messing with me in my head? I think it's been a whole year since we met. I know you know me better.
I don't mind going a little aggressive with the de-essing just because I know that if I need to bring some of those S's back, I can do that with the EQ. But yeah, like I said, this is the first thing in my chain these days. It's definitely trying to de-ess before I start doing any processing. Just a little bit of SSL channel. Let's go ahead and dial that in. You can see that I added a little bit of top end to it. I am de-essing a little bit too hard, or knowing that I'm going in and I'm going to de-ess a little bit harder than I would. I feel like it does a good job of kind of bringing back those S's in a much nicer way. And that's pretty much it. She's singing, pretty high up in her range. So as of now, it's not necessary. There's no bottom end that's bothering me. There's no chest resonance that's bothering me. And then a little bit of filtering just at 70, 80 hertz. I'm not really sure where that's at. It looks like it's 70. I just like to see that first light blink. I feel like, especially with an SSL, I really like the compressor. And then this is something that I've talked about in a past video. You can check out on my channel, is this mic pre setup that I have. And then we're going to dig in with this Kirchhoff EQ. Let's listen. Just because you see something, like for instance, you see all this down here, and that's like, where her register and that specific note that she's staying in, and that resonant or whatever. Just because you see it and it looks like it's an aggressive tone that's coming out doesn't necessarily mean that you should take it out or that it's bad. The important thing is that you're listening. And then let's do another round of de-essing just to kind of hold on to what's poking through our chain so far. I'm in bypass. I tricked myself, see? So yeah, just pretty much taming, or just kind of overall catching what was left out from this de-esser with a little bit of EQ that we did and a little bit of compression that we did, because compression is naturally going to hypen that top end a little bit, or at least it can, especially when it comes to S's or any sibilants, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then we'll finish it off with this tube tech. It's something that I've been using recently. Yeah, I think that sounds good. I mean, it's not doing too much. It's just kind of catching those peaks when she's like coming out on certain words or whatever, like really emphasizing certain words. I'm also just thinking ahead of time. The way that I like to work, the way that my template's set up, I like using the little radiator just for a little bit of saturation, a little bit of console sound or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So, I mean, talked about this, like I said, like I've been, saying every video, but I've talked about this in another video more in depth. And then I have a little limiter. I'm using the PSP twin limiter, no real reason, besides the fact that I think this has a little bit of coloration to it that I like. And I just needed something, no real particular reason. I mean, that's really the only reason. I just like the first one that I just brought up and I kept, and it's been in my template ever since. So. So yeah, as you can see, you can probably notice with the limiter, what I'm going for is just catching those last peaks that are creeping through the rest of my chain, especially the compressor. And my go-to overall shape, especially for vocals, is the Spectre by Waves Factory. Yeah, I mean, I think with this, like if I had like a cheaper, vocal that was recording like a cheaper microphone, I wanted it to sound expensive, I would do something like this and add like the Spectre and reshape it and try to make it sound more expensive. And I'll show you the difference. I know you know me better than that, girl. Don't go pretending you own the whole world. Why are you messing with me in my head? I think it's been a whole year since we met. I mean, it's super subtle. It can be super subtle. I have my setting pretty subtle, but you can really hear it when she's hitting certain notes. Or what I like about it is that because it's saturation, depending on how much level you push into it is obviously how much is going to be affected. Some parts are going to be more affected than the others.